Violence, vandalism, arson and a full-blown street fight. As the political scenario in Maharashtra escalates, Uddhav Sena's fury against rebel MLAs is now in full force. For Shiv Sainiks, all the rebel MLAs are traitors who've ditched Bala Sahib's legacy and his family in a very difficult time. And the Shiv Sainiks are on the rampage. And it's Eknath Shinde who's in the line of fire. Eknath Shinde's son, Member of Parliament Shrikant Shinde's office was vandalized by Shiv Sainiks in Ulhasnagar. Offices, posters and anything linked to the rebel MLAs is now on target of the Uddhav Sena. Office of rebel MLA Tanaji Sawant in Pune was vandalized by the protesters who warned him of violent consequences the moment he returns to the tiger's den. Shiv Sainiks were also seen breaking window panes, shouting slogans against Tanaji Sawant.
एकनाथ शिंदे के जो भी नागपुर में बैनर लगेंगे, हम शिव सेना युवा सेना के तरफ से हम उनको लगने नहीं देंगे. ये हमारी तरफ से एक चेतावनी है. जो भी ये बैनर लगाएंगे उनके लिए.
In different parts of Maharashtra, effigies of rebel MLAs were burnt amidst chants of Shiv Sena Zindabad. This is in the first instance when offices of rebel Sena MLAs have been targeted. On the 23rd of June, Shiv Sainiks vandalized hoardings of rebel Sena MLAs in Mumbai. Hoardings of rebel MLA Mangesh Kudalkar were damaged and posters of MLA Dilip Lande were also smeared with ink. The situation is such that Mumbai police has had to issue not just an alert but also prohibitory orders across police stations in Mumbai and Thane, trying to ensure security at all political offices in the city. As tempers rise, Shiv Sena MP Sanjay Raut threatened the Eknath Shinde faction, asking them to be prepared for more.
देखिए महाराष्ट्र में सब कुछ ठीक है, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की बात करें, शांतता हो, सब कुछ ठीक है, लेकिन लोगों का गुस्सा, अभी देखिए अग्निवीर का मामला है, लोग गुस्से में हैं, लोग सड़क पर उतर गए. लोगों को अगर एक चीज पसंद नहीं पड़ती है, ये जनता है, पब्लिक राय है, तो लोग सड़क पर उतर जाते हैं. यही कार्यकर्ताओं ने आपको चुन को दिया है. आप शिवसेना के उम्मीदवार बने, शिवसेना ने आपको टिकट दिया, शिवसेना के कार्यकर्ताओं ने खून पसीना बहाया, सब कुछ दिया, पैसा भी दिया चुनने के लिए, आपको विधायक बनाया और अब भाग जाते हो. तो कार्यकर्ता तो गुस्से में हो गए. मैंने क्या कहा कि आप मुंबई में आइए, ये अल्टीमेटम की बात नहीं है. मैंने कहा आप आपके घर के हैं, आप हमारे बच्चे हैं, दोस्त है, भाई है. वहां सूरत में भागते हो, गुवाहाटी में भागते हो, अब मुझे किसी ने बोला कि गोवा में जा रहे हो. ये दर की ठोकरें खाने की जरूरत क्या है? आप घर में आइए.
Union Minister Ramdas Athavale hit out at Uddhav Thackeray's government over this vandalism and threats.
2/3 मेजॉरिटी से एकनाथ शिंदे के साथ एमएलए चले गए हैं, तो उनको मतलब शिवसेना की मान्यता मिलनी चाहिए और इसी तरह की दादागिरी करना अच्छी बात नहीं है. जो तोड़फाड़ हो रही है इसको रोकने की आवश्यकता है, लेकिन पुलिस के सामने इसी तरह की तोड़फाड़ हो रही है, ये बात बिल्कुल नाजायज है और बहुत ही गंभीर बात है.
With Uddhav Sena and Shinde Sena on the war path, the fight is now getting downright personal and dirty. Bureau Report, India Today.
Paulami Saha is joining us live from Guwahati. First up, Paulami, very good morning, and let's get a sense in terms of what is happening in Guwahati right now. Number one, there is a very crucial meeting at 12 noon. And number two, this is going to be on the disqualification notice sent out to 16 MLAs. And how does that then change the lay of the land in case the MLAs indeed end up getting disqualified?
Good morning, Chaiti, to you as well. There is a meeting. There is a meeting today at Hotel Radisson Blu of the Eknath Shinde faction at 12 in the afternoon, where they will be, of course, discussing their future course of action as far as the disqualification notices are concerned. Yesterday, when Rubel MLA, who's been anointed the spokesperson of this faction, Deepak Kesarkar, spoke with the media over a video conference, he said that one, as far as the disqualification notices are concerned to 16 Rebel MLAs, they will be responding to the same because they've been given the option to send in their written responses by Monday, Monday 5:30 p.m. So they will be, of course, seeking legal advice in order to best reply to those notices and how to formulate those replies as well. But secondly, what he did mention is that as far as the Deputy Speaker's decision initially to replace the leader of the Legislative Party of the Shiv Sena, Eknath Shinde, with Ajay Chaudhary as per the demand of the Uddhav Thackeray-led faction is concerned, that is a decision that they're going to court to challenge. So that is something that they will be taking to the court. As far as the disqualification notices are concerned, they will be filing their responses, possibly filing their responses, but they do realize that there will possibly be a move by the Deputy Speaker, they anticipate, to disqualify maybe all 16, or possibly some of them possibly saying that the responses are not satisfactory, etc. And in that case, they will have to again legally challenge the same as well. So working all of those, plans ahead, they're working on contingencies and how to go forward, Chaiti.
Absolutely. So plans ahead being planned at the moment. If you could get us a sense in terms of Eknath Shinde's legal consultation with the lawyers yesterday, and what have the lawyers guided him as far as the disqualification notice is concerned, in case you have any information on that front?
Well, as of now, we're not very clear whether he's going to, and the faction is going to go ahead and challenge these summons orders directly, or will they submit their responses as per procedure, and then, of course, see what sort of action Deputy Speaker takes against them. Yesterday, of course, Deepak Kesarkar indicated in that press conference that he addressed virtually that they will be sending in their responses. Obviously, he did cite the fact that the time given to them was very short. They received those notices only last evening, and they have only 48 hours because the deadline ends at Monday, tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. for them to submit in their responses. The only saving grace and the sigh of relief that they had was that it didn't ask them to appear in person in the Maharashtra Legislative Assembly, so they can file their written responses, email them, and of course dispatch the hard copy. So that is the only, some amount of relief that they had. But he did say that it was a very short period of time. So they are hectically currently consulting lawyers and seeking legal advice as to how best to respond to those disqualification notices.